Dear students, Namaste and welcome to today's English class of grade 6. Today we are dealing with Unit 3 Listening Comprehension of our English book. So, before I start the lesson, I have brought few questions. Here are the questions. Have you ever been to zoo? You must have been, right? So you must have been to zoo, and I have also been to zoo. So whenever I go to zoo, I feel like very close with nature. Do you feel as well? So it is very interesting to be at the zoo and observe environment out there, right? And if you have not been yet, I suggest you to go to zoo, visit zoo at least once. Okay, so this is my first question. Now let's move to the next. So this question is for those who have been to zoo. What did you see there in the zoo? So obviously in zoo we see animals, right? So when I went to zoo, I saw many types of animal over there. Like I saw some deer, and then hippo, tiger, and then I saw rhino, chimpanzees, some snakes, and then some birds. So many more. Okay, there were many types of animals over there. And if you have been, then you must have seen those animals, haven't you? Okay, and except animals, I saw there some beautiful scenery. Okay, so there was a pond, and then trees, waterfalls, and fountains. So it was very interesting out there. I enjoyed very much. Okay, next question. What did you do there? What did you do? Do you remember? What did you do there? So first thing, okay, let me guess what you did there. First thing, when we go to zoo, we observe animals, obviously, right? And then we even we could do some interesting things in the zoo. When I went to zoo, I observed animals, names I told before. I have already told you some names of animals that I observed. And then what I did was there were some playing equipments. Okay, so I went to zoo several times, as I told you, many times. Sometime with my family, sometime with my friends, and sometime with my students from school. So I went there several times, and I did many things over there, because there were some playing equipments as well. So like swing, slides, and then there was toy helicopter, toy train, and funny temple. So I have tried all those things in the zoo, and it was very interesting. Except that what I did in the zoo was, another exciting thing I did in the zoo was boating. There was a pond, and we did boating. It was really interesting, and you must have done those activities if you have been to zoo. And if not yet, I suggest you to visit zoo and enjoy these activities. All right, so next activity now we are going to do is, okay, I have brought a short movie on zoo. So what sort of animals are they there in the zoo? What is the scenario of zoo? You have a look this, watch this video, and later on tell me what did you see. Okay, now okay, your video starts now. Okay, so you have watched the video, and I hope you must have enjoyed watching this video. This is not from our central zoo of Nepal. This is maybe from somewhere, from any part of the world. This is downloaded. I have downloaded from YouTube. So anyway, this is a short movie on zoo, and you must have watched some animals out there, right? There were animals like monkeys, and then there was zebra, and many others like wild cats and mouse. So many animals were there. Even there were some birds. So zoo is a interesting place where we can find these many kinds, varieties of birds and animals. Okay, now let's move further. Okay, I'm going to show you some pictures of zoo. These are mostly from our central zoo, Jaulakhel. So let me show you some pictures. Okay, few pictures. Okay, this is a picture of our central zoo, Jaulakhel. This is entrance and exit point of zoo. Then, okay, this is the pond I was talking about. So there is a pond inside the zoo where we can enjoy boating. And next, okay, there's a toy train where you can enjoy a ride, interesting ride in zoo. Next picture, okay, this is picture of a hippo. You can see a big wide opening of mouth of hippo. And then this is a picture of bear, which is inside the cage and peeping outside maybe to the visitors. Okay, next. Okay, this is a beautiful picture of a tiger, but very dangerous. We are not allowed to go nearby it, nearby the cage of tiger. So this is another picture of snake. This is the picture of snake. So we can find varieties of these variety of there is many more, but I have just brought few pictures, varieties of animals and birds inside the zoo. And if you want to have a look these animals closely, then what you can do is you can just get the membership of FODS, Friends of Zoo. So what happens is when you get membership, you can go nearby you can take part in different programs. They invite us in different programs once we become the member, and then we can go for animal feeding. We can feed animals from very nearby them, and then maybe sometimes you will be invited for night guided tour when we can observe animals closely. In night guided tour, what happens is you can observe animals, those animals which are active at night. So this is another way you can get close to animals. Now moving to next. Okay, now we are getting into listening exercise. Okay, first of all, what we are going to do is we are going to listen the tape. Okay, listen to the tape or teacher and take the correct answer. Okay, I'm going to paste this exercise on the board. Here are okay, so get these questions first. Listen to the tape and tick the correct answer. So we have to tick the correct answer. First of all, listen carefully. Then number A, the zoo was visited by. Okay, we are going to listen somebody's zoo visit. Okay, who were those? Like Selena, her friends, and both. In your book it is written Selena and her friends. So it means both, right? Selena, only Selena, or only her friends, or Selena and her friends, both were there. Then number B, they took a to the zoo. How did they go there? Whether by bus, taxi, or bike. What did they take? And thirdly, what is the third question? They stayed in the zoo for how long did they stay in the zoo? For 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. How long did they stay over there? So you have to find out answers of these 3 questions after listening this for the first time. I'll play the audio for 4 times during this class, but each time one time for each exercise, and finally 4th time I will play to check all the answers. So this is first listening, and within first listening you have to find out answers of these 3 questions. Are you ready, everybody? I'm going to play audio. So here is the audio.
Grade 6, Unit 3. Listen to the description of Selena's visit to a zoo.
Selena and her friends visited the zoo. They went by taxi. They took lots of food with them. They started in the morning when it was not very hot. They remained there the whole day. They saw hippopotamus and bears. They also saw tigers. All of them went to the lion safari to take a closer look at the lions. They also visited the snake park. They enjoyed boating in the pond. Then they had lunch. After that, they went to watch the birds. Then they sat in the toy train and moved round. They returned home at 6 p.m.
You must have found the answers. Now let's discuss answers. The zoo was visited by whom? Was it Salina or her friends or both? Right answer. Wonderful. Okay, it was both. Okay, both means Salina and her friends, both. Let's move to next. B number. They took a, what did they take? Was it the bus? No. Taxi, right answer. Okay. Taxi is the right answer. Now let's move to number C. They stayed in the zoo for how long? Was it for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days? Whole day, right. Okay, whole day means 1 day, right? So you must have done it. If not, you can check it out or write answers. So moving to the, okay, can we move to next exercise now? So our next exercise is, okay, so this is over. Now let's move to next exercise, that is true or false. Find out whether the following statements are true or false. Okay, let me read out statements for you once. Number A, they started their trip in the morning because it was not very hot. So did they start their trip in the morning, their journey, their visit in the morning? Let's find it out. Next, they only saw a hippopotamus. Did they see only a hippopotamus? Let's find it out. Then they did not visit the snake park. Did they visit or not? Let's find it out. Then they enjoyed playing on swings. Did they play swings or not? Let's find it out. And then they did not enjoy boating. Did they enjoy or not? Okay. And finally, there is a question, before they watched birds, they experienced a toy train. Which activity they did first? Watching bird or enjoy experiencing or riding a train? Okay, getting in the train, enjoying a ride in the train. What did they do first? So listen once again and let's find out whether these statements are true or false. Okay, check it out.
Grade 6, Unit 3. Listen to the description of Salina's visit to a zoo.
Salina and her friends visited the zoo. They went by taxi. They took lots of food with them. They started in the morning when it was not very hot. They remained there the whole day. They saw hippopotamus and bears. They also saw tigers. All of them went to the lion safari to take a closer look at the lions. They also visited the snake park. They enjoyed boating in the pond. Then they had lunch. After that, they went to watch the birds. Then they sat in the toy train and moved round. They returned home at 6 p.m.
All right, you have already listened to the true false statement, already listened to the audio about whether this, now you are able to state whether the statements are true or false. So let's discuss these answers. Okay, so they, number A, they started their trip in the morning because it was not very hot. Yes, it is the right answer. It is true. They started their journey, their trip in the morning. Moving to next, they only saw hippopotamus. They definitely saw hippopotamus, but along with that they saw bears and tigers as well. So what is the answer? Obviously the answer is false. Next, they did not visit the snake park. They visited. So they visited the snake park, that's why the statement is false again. Next statement, they enjoyed playing on the swings. Did they play swings? Was there mentioned? No. So the statement is false. Next, they did not enjoy boating. They enjoyed, right? So obviously the answer is false. Next, before they watched birds, they experienced a toy train. Is it false or true? So they experienced toy train after they watched birds. That's why the statement is false. Okay, this is the end of this exercise. Now, okay, the exercises given in the book is obviously over, but I have brought a few more questions to you, so how your listening comprehension would be better, enhanced. So, okay, here are some questions. Listen to the audio once again and answer the following questions. So, questions are, what did they take with them to zoo? They took something along with them to zoo. What are these? Okay, what were those things? And then next question, what did they see there? What did they see there? And then what did they do there? Activities. So mention 7 different activities what they did over there. And then why did they go for the lion safari? Explain, give reason. Then after, what did they do after boating? And then finally, when did they return home? You mentioned time. Alright, are you ready to do these questions? Okay, now you have to listen once again and then answer these questions. Here is the listening.
Grade 6, Unit 3. Listen to the description of Selina's visit to a zoo.
Selina and her friends visited the zoo. They went by taxi. They took lots of food with them. They started in the morning when it was not very hot. They remained there the whole day. They saw hippopotamus and bears. They also saw tigers. All of them went to the lion safari to take a closer look at the lions. They also visited the snake park. They enjoyed boating in the pond. Then they had lunch. After that, they went to watch the birds. Then they sat in the toy train and moved round. They returned home at 6 p.m.
Okay, have you found answers of questions? Have you found answers to the question I put before you listen? What are the answers? I hope you have found answers of those questions, because the questions were simple and you could have found easily. So, what is our first question? What did they take with them to zoo? What did they take with them to zoo? Okay, here is the answer. They took a lot of food to visit to zoo. So whenever we go to visit somewhere, we take food with us. So how it would be easy, we do not need to buy them outside. Okay, next, B number. What did they see there? So this is again very easy question. They saw their hippopotamus, bears and tigers. Hippopotamus, bears and tigers. Number C. What did they do there? Mention 7 different activities. First of all, what did they do? They did different activities in the zoo. Like what activities? Okay, they observed different animals. They saw different animals over there, and then they went to the lion safari. They went to see lions, to observe lions very from very near, very close look at lion. And then they visited the snake park. Okay, there was a snake park and they visited over there, and then they enjoyed boating in the pond. After that they had lunch, and then they watched different birds over there. So finally what they did, they sat on the toy train and moved around. See, they did these many activities in the zoo. They enjoyed a lot. Next question. Let's move to next question. What did they go for? Why did they go for the lion safari? Why did they go? Somehow I told you before. Yeah, right. Wonderful. You remember it, right? Okay, yes. They went for the lion safari to take a closer look at the lions. Next, okay, number D. What did they do after voting? Do you remember? Yes. After voting, they had lunch. They had lunch after voting. Very simple. Next, when did they return home? Do you remember the time? They stayed there for a whole day and they returned home at 6 p.m. Exactly, it is mentioned over there. So, listen to the audio clip once again to check all these questions and answers, all exercises. So you are going to listen audio for once again. Are you ready? Okay. So here it goes. Listen once again.
Grade 6, Unit 3. Listen to the description of Salina's visit to a zoo.
Salina and her friends visited the zoo. They went by taxi. They took lots of food with them. They started in the morning when it was not very hot. They remained there the whole day. They saw hippopotamus and bears. They also saw tigers. All of them went to the lion safari to take a closer look at the lions. They also visited the snake park. They enjoyed boating in the pond. Then they had lunch. After that, they went to watch the birds. Then they sat in the toy train and moved round. They returned home at 6 p.m.
Okay, so listening to these audio clips, audio you must have come to know about Salina and her friends' zoo visit, and it sounded very interesting because they did lots of activities over there. They enjoyed a lot, and listening to this you must have remembered your own visit to zoo, and you might have wished to be there once again, didn't you? Yes, because it's, as I told you, it's always interesting to be at the zoo and enjoy with nature, to be close with animals, right? So here is one assignment to you. Okay, the assignment is write a short paragraph in about 50 words on your zoo visit. So you might have been to zoo and remember all the activities you did there, with whom you go there, what did you see there, what did you do there, all the activities, and then when did you come back. So combining all those things, I suggest you to write a paragraph on your zoo visit. This is what all about today's listening. Now I have included one more activity of your book, that is fill in the blanks, complete the dialogue. One more activity is here. Complete the following dialogue with the appropriate sentences given in the box below. So here are options. Have you found it? You should be careful, okay? You may, why are you late? Okay, 4 options are here. And you have to fill up this conversation. Okay, let me help you with this conversation. Pupil is student, okay? Student says, may I come in, sir? Teacher, yes. What is it? Yes, what? Whether have you found it or you should be careful, okay? You may, why are you late? What is it? Maybe you may, right? Then student says, excuse me, sir, I am late today. Then what teacher replies? Why are you late? Maybe, right? Why are you late? I am late. Why are you late? Maybe the question. And then again the people say, I lost my pen on the way. What could be the answer? Okay, so among these 4, guess what could be the answer? Then again, yes sir, my friend found it and gave it to me. What could be the question at that time? Then again, what could the teacher say? And then student replies, yes sir, I will try my best. So 4 options, 4 blanks are there. Let's fill it up. Okay, when we fill, it becomes like this. May I come in, sir? Yes, you may is the right answer. Then, excuse me, pupil, excuse me, sir, I am late today. Teacher would say, why are you late? Obviously. And pupil, I lost my pen on the way. Then teacher asks, have you found it? Pupil, yes sir, my friend found it and gave it to me. Then teacher could say, you should be careful, okay? Yes sir, I'll try my best. So this is the end of today's class. I hope you must have enjoyed listening activities and then listening text about a visit to zoo. Really interesting topic, and then activities, exercises. So that's all for today. Thank you. Namaste.